Hello and welcome back to Deus Machina Demonbane. Right, sorry about not getting quite as many parts uploaded last week as I wanted. Specifically, I got about half as many as I wanted, but frankly my voice just was not up to recording anything on the Friday. Still, mostly better now. Unfortunately, I'm going to be away this Friday, and well, later today I'm taking my granddad to hospital, and not even the hospital that's conveniently close to his house. I've got to drive him to Sunderland. Again, I don't mind helping him in any way, but it does cut into the amount of time I've got available to record. So, I will see how many parts I get done this week. It will be as many as it is my honest answer. Is my honest attitude. It'll be, Still, either way, back to the game. It should be obvious by now, but whoever said that God is all-loving was a big, fat liar. God, whoever he is, plays favourites. And that's why there's such a huge gap in wealth and talent between people. Putting aside whether Solari was just an ordinary man or not, Mozart was just a genius. And Hadou was born Hadou, heir to the Hadou group, and wealth greater than words can describe. And Diajudukoru was born Diajudukoru, a third-rate detective who can't even pay for water, gas, and power. Yeah, you get it now? Yeah, God's as unfair as it gets. The only true fair God, if there is one, is the God of death, who comes to us all sooner or later. And maybe also the evil gods have decided to fight. They seem to treat humans, at least, with equality. So what are you trying to say? Oh Lord, you are my enemy. 1 week after the battle with the Destroyer robot, I find myself summoned to the Hadou estate to talk about Demonbane. It's big. Hell, it's fucking huge. The soaring fence that surrounds the estate stretches for kilometres in either direction. My neck's starting to hurt from staring up at the immense main gate. It's the entrance to a world that I, worrying about where my next meal is coming from, can't even begin to imagine. I bet they can put all the butter and jam they want on their morning toast. This is amazing, Al. Wait, could that be the greatest luxury you can imagine? Have you ever eaten a cat? Never mind, I shouldn't have asked. Be silent. A few minutes after stating our purpose to the security guard, the great gate swings open and we are invited within. Of course, it's still a long way from there. Long enough for a car to be arranged to pick us up from the front gate and take us to the mansion entrance. And when we reach the main building, we finally see a familiar face. It's the butler. We've been expecting you, Mr. Diaju Al-Azif. Allow me to escort you to the reception room. The hallways of the huge mansion are endless. If I were by myself, I'm sure I'd get lost instantly. And after some time we finally stop in front of a door. This must be the reception room. The butler knocks. Mistress, I brought Mr. Diaju and Al-Azif. Thank you. Please bring them in. Pardon me. The butler opens the door, beckoning us inside. As expected of the Hadou manor, the guest room furnishings are of the highest quality. I apologise for making you come all this way, Mr. Diaju. The princess is standing by the window, and she looks at me like she's trying to stare me into the floor, and her words are sharp. I answer despite the heavy mood assaulting me. Yeah, my pleasure. What? No greeting from me? I am begging you, please don't make things worse. I whisper quietly to Al as she grumbles. She's another reason for my heavy mood. Come, please take a seat. The princess offers us seats and takes one herself. Once we're all seated, a maid enters with a tray. Pardon me, I've brought tea. Thank you, Indana. Enjoy. Thanks. Maid bows when we take the tea. And by selling just this one teacup, we could probably live for months. I sip the tea. I bet this is really expensive, really good tea, but well, my tongue isn't so classy that it can tell the difference. First you have to try living like a human. Everything starts from there. Now then, Mr. Diaju, let's get down to business. The princess glares sharply at me. Oh shit, here it comes. Winfield has told me what you want, and I have carefully examined the data, doing my very best not to let my personal feelings interfere. The accent was a little heavy on that part about her personal feelings. So, as a result, the princess continues, cutting me off. I have reached the conclusion that in order to use Demonbane effectively, there is no choice but to depend on you, Mr. Diaju. Which means... Her gaze stern, the princess nods firmly. Black Lodge's terrorist activities grow more violent by the day, and there is no time to spare. As you wish, I will entrust Demonbane to you. Thank you, princess. I'm so happy that I jump up and grab the princess's hand, but she looks at me with a stern frown, and the veins on her head seem to be twitching dangerously. Princess? Oh shit, it just came out. Oh, stop this habit of naming things at your convenience. Shut up. Al is good enough for you. That aside, Mr. Diaju, Demonbane is still the property of the Hadou group. I won't allow you to just take it as you please anymore. Got it. Of course. To them it must be unbearable to have someone make a ruckus in their trump card. It's only natural. Oh, fool! You expect us to ask permission each time the enemy appears? Ow! You have something to say there? Her quiet but undeniably angry voice trembles as it questions us. It's like the invisible pressures making the world shake. Panicking, I yank Al close and whisper in her ear. Come on, don't make this worse. I see. You think that we should feign obedience here, then use it as we please when necessary. Well done, my master. Your ideas are far more vicious than mine. What the hell are you saying that twisted shit so loudly for? Are you trying to pin anything on me, no matter what? You girl. Now the princess's sound effects have moved from ground-splitting earthquakes to raging storms of lightning. Mom, Dad, I'll be seeing you in heaven soon. Shall we continue? About the grimoire necessary to operate Demonbane. In other words, Al-Azif. Standing by the door, the butler gets the conversation back on track. Nice timing, as always. One could say the ability to read the atmosphere is key to being a good butler. Of course, let's get back on topic. The princess takes a deep breath to calm down before she begins talking again. From what I have heard, it seems that your grimoire is incomplete, missing some of its pages. Yeah, pretty much. Let me explain from the beginning. I repeat everything that Al's told me, about how Al lost her pages in a battle with Master Therion, and that they're scattered around Arkham City, and how the separated pages have mystical effects on the surroundings, potentially causing strange incidents. About the battle with Atlat Natchar, the pages that took the shape of a monster with the power of a spider god, and how by defeating the monsters and taking back the pages, Demonbane will get stronger and stronger. After hearing everything I have to say, the princess nods. I understand, and as a continuation of the earlier request, I shall formally hire you to retrieve the pages of Al-Azif. Which means... I will hire you as a detective on retainer. In addition to your previous fee, you will be paid a monthly salary. How does that sound? You may also, of course, request reimbursement for expenses as necessary. What's wrong? Are you unsatisfied? What is it? Why are you just standing there? I feel something hot on my cheeks. Mr. Diaju! Tears. Hot, salty. Oh. I'm crying. Mom, Dad, you watching from heaven? Finally! I have a real job that pays real wages. I can... I feel their cold stares stabbing through me, but I keep crying anyway. It's too much trouble to respond every time this happens. These are manly tears. Mr. Diaju, now that you are Demonbane's pilot, it will be necessary for you to familiarise yourself with its support system. I shall guide you through the Hadou Group's underground base. The butler leads us down a long and spacious hallway, and the steps of 3 people echo in the passage. As the butler says, we're now on the ground. And after our conversation with the princess, we have now been guided through the secret base that was built to oppose the Black Lodge. It took us several minutes to descend by elevator from the Hadou Manor, and the subterranean facilities are vast, connected by many confusing corridors. Demonbane's hangar is in this base, as there are civilian emergency shelters, which means these facilities extend underneath the whole of Arkham City. Each section of the base, including the emergency shelters, is connected by a dedicated subway system. The other sections are the infirmary, magic research labs, the magic reactor that supplies our power, the emergency barrier generators, and various other facilities. Pretty impressive. I never imagined that all of this was beneath our feet. I think that this vast project was taking place without anyone noticing. So this is Hadou's power. There are still underdeveloped sectors, however we never expected an infiltration like yours. Even if it was just a coincidence. It would be very serious if other such holes in our security exist, and this problem must be dealt with immediately. Infiltration, huh? Kinda makes me sound like a spy or something. Well, I can imagine how a guy just walking off with their secret weaponry could be pretty annoying. We're almost there. This is the lowest level of the base, the command center from which everything is controlled. The butler stands before tightly shut double doors. Shining characters light up all across their surface, and the heavy sound of keys turning in the lock clanks solemnly across the hallway, the doors drawing automatically open. Whoa! Impressive! We pass through a gate into a vast chamber, and at first glance it looks sort of like an enormous theatre. Clusters of vacuum tubes line the ceiling, reminding me of a pipe organ, solemn and elegant. And upon the stage, 3 women are working at their consoles. Yeah, maids. Now that I think about it, they actually look kind of familiar. I seem to remember them working in the hangar that first day. Allow me to introduce the operators. Everyone! At the butler's voice, all the maids turn as one, and he introduces us first. This is Mr. Diaju, Demonbane's pilot, and this is Al-Azif, the grimoire who will act as the Demonbane's core. Oh! A maid wearing glasses approaching us in high spirits. She takes my hand with a friendly smile and shakes it vigorously. So you're the rumoured Kuru! Oh wow! You're the one who moves Demonbane! Amazing! Yeah. You need more enthusiasm. Come on, get it together. Wow, what an overbearing person. She's a rare breed in this country. Struck speechless by her sudden assault, I'm now drawing a dubious stare from her. Why are you all spaced out? You're nothing like what I imagined. Oh, whatever. Anyway, Kuru, we'll get together a lot from now, so let's get along, okay? My name's Chucky. I'm one of Mr. Shuru's servants. A maid, I guess you could say. Maid. Has a nice ring, doesn't it? Makes men's hearts skip a beat, doesn't it? Oh no, you're not thinking dirty thoughts, are you? She heartily pounds me on the back. I'm being totally drawn into her pace. Oh, and you must be Al! Oh, you're so tiny and cute! Oh, it's good to meet you, Al. Yes, be at ease. I'll be counting on you, too. They exchange a handshake, and Al seems puffed up with an air of superiority. So, I'm a maid, of course, but I'm also in charge of Demonbane's maintenance. So, we'll be seeing a lot of each other, Kuru. How should I say this? When Demonbane gets broken, I'm the one who has to fix it. So I'm counting on you to treat it gently. If you bust it up, I'll kill you. Got it? Yeah. I bet nothing I say would have any effect. I'm Okado, the main operator. It's a pleasure to meet you. At some point, the other 2 maids have joined Chucky. The taller one steps forward and bows. I return the bow. The pleasure's mine. She's pretty big, but has the figure of a model, and her calm, composed expression really brings out her beauty. Our eyes meet, and I feel my heart pound a little faster. We stare into each other's eyes, neither speaking a word. We stare. Stay. Right, that to me seems like a reasonable point to end this part before these 2 completely forget, how to think. So I'll say thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next part.